do-rags, wave cream, brushes. Get the best products for your 360 waves at wavymerch.com.
Alright, what's good YouTube? It's your boy Nick Wavy. I'm back with a new video. Now, this is a video that I actually didn't plan on making. And this whole situation, I didn't even plan on going through this. As you guys know, COVID-19 has changed society as we know it. And when I first created this business, I did not prepare for a global pandemic, a health crisis, and soon to be an economic recession. As you guys know, I have a barbershop, as you guys can see. I started the business, I got the keys December 15th. It took me a few months to get everything set up and to open the doors. When I finished everything and I was able to open the doors, COVID was already looming. You know, it was already spreading and people were starting to get scared. I was starting to get scared. I didn't want to come in here. It got to a point where all non-essential businesses had to shut down, which means this is not deemed an essential business, so I was forced to shut down. I didn't get forced to shut down. I voluntarily just said, just close, like, we're shut down. It literally took a week. I think it was about a week. As soon as I got my license to open and my health and safety, then I was forced to shut down. And that was in the middle of March. I think it was around March, early March is when things got serious and things had to shut down. So May right now, May 15th. So it's been 2 months that I've been closed. I've just been doing a lot of thinking. I'm at home all day. I'm doing a lot of thinking. You know me, my brain is just... So how my situation works is I don't have to pay full rent. You know, and this is what the landlord offered me. He understood the situation, everything is closed, and he doesn't expect us to pay full rent, which is great. You know, and it was a savior for the time being. And I told him that it was a savior for the time being. I told him I don't know how long I can last. I don't know how long I can keep paying a portion of my rent because I'm not making any money. I spent so much money to get the place started and open. I expected to be up and running and I would have some costs being covered by running the business. I may not have been able to make profit in the first however many months, but I needed to see that the business was alive and running and I could make my adjustments on the fly and it would have grown. It's been 60 days that I've been closed roughly. And my business would have grown in 60 days of being open, like guarantee. I already had walk-ins, a few walk-ins come in. There's Saturdays where barbers were here cutting all day and I took money home while paying my barbers. So it was a business model that was working, but it had a flaw. It had one major flaw and that major flaw was that it was not essential. So when the COVID came, shut down, I pay a piece of my rent, but it's at the point now where I think the industry is going to be different moving forward. Now, a few issues that I have in my barbershop that is directly affected by social distancing and COVID is my chair layout, for one. So let's say we're deemed to open. We can open up our barbershop. I have each chair is about a meter away. You know, we're still pretty close and I don't have the space to really rearrange the place or the money to get new outlets at different locations and space out the place. That's number one. Number two, I had 2 barbers. One of my barbers came and took all his stuff. My other barber, he's still down, but he's not a full-time barber. Like he still has another business that he focuses on. So he is usually here on the weekends and then during the week, he's doing his other business. And me, I'm not a barber. Right, so the only way that this business could survive is if barbers are in here cutting. That's the only way. And that's also a flaw in the business plan that I fully didn't understand. I understood it, but I didn't know how. I didn't expect COVID to happen. No, I had my 2 barbers were good barbers. They were ready, but at the time, this industry was not ready for COVID. So that's issue number 2. The barbers, one of them left and one of them is not able to be here every day of the week to run the shop. And that's the only way this barbershop can survive. Number 3, I think the barbering industry I think it'll do good. I feel like when barbershops open, everyone is gonna be getting haircuts. Like it's gonna be a boom. And I feel like that's also a good opportunity to build clientele. So I planned on barbers being here, cutting, and we're acquiring new clients because everyone needs cuts, and I was gonna do a big promotion to make it, you know, something to give back to people. Say, hey, come here and get a cut, and we're gonna make it worth your while. My barbers may not be down for that. You know, that's another problem that I may have to discuss with them. I don't know. And I think the main problem for me is that I don't even know when I can open. So until I can open, I'm gonna keep paying rent, digging myself a deeper hole. Like I already went out of pocket to run the business and to get it started. Everything is paid for cash. So now I need to go deeper into my pockets to just keep the place. And then when business opens, whenever that is, I still need to build a business from ground zero. You know what I mean? And I'm faced with a global pandemic. Like, it's COVID versus the barbering industry, and it's gonna be deadly. That's already hard, but the fact that Wavy Cuts is still in its infancy, it's still a new business, and I have COVID, and it's a new business, and I have all these bills, it's actually at the point where I'm like 90% sure what I'm doing. And I think I'm leaning towards telling my landlord, like, look, it's not gonna work. You know, I got crushed by COVID, and I wasn't prepared. I was not prepared for this to happen. I don't think anybody was. And all new businesses, I'm sure, go through the same thing. Just in the servicing industry, like, a barber is gonna be right here cutting my hair face to face. Yeah, he'll have a mask, client will have a mask. What if the client coughs? My barber might go crazy. People in the shop might go crazy. It's just, I personally feel, for my position and how I have the system set up here, that it is not worth it. To run the place and to how much money I can make, it's not worth it. You know, that's how I'm looking at it right now. Reasons why I wanna stay is because if I really wanted to make it work, I could make it work. You know, I could stay alive, but I would need to work with my landlord, because he would need to understand, like, look, I can't pay the full rent. Like, I just started. I've been crushed and I can't. So I need to work with my landlord. I need to work with the barbers. I have to work with the city. Even after doing all of that, I still may not even make profit, because so many heads need to get cut before I break even. You know what I mean? And I'm not a barber. I can cut hair, but I'm not a barber. I'm not even gonna cut hair, to be honest. I have other things I need to do, and I can't do it. A flaw that I also found in this business is it's not essential. I'm depending on people to stay alive. You know, it's not something that I can deal with myself. And I knew that it was a turnkey business, but the turnkey business operates on people working here. You know what I mean? If they're not bringing in money, there's no washing machine here that's gonna, you know, you can come in and do it. No, there's a service that's being provided. So I need to have people on board that's providing you that service. So I'm depending pretty much fully on my barbers, and I don't like depending on people. So what if I have one barber, and what if he's sick? You know, that's one full day of money not being made, clients not getting brought to the shop and making the switch over to us. And it's just, I just feel like it's not worth it. I guess the positive of that is I learned a very expensive lesson. For one, that's okay. I'm not tripping about the money. I'm gonna make the money back. I'm not even tripping. I'm not even sweating. I'm gonna make the money back. Another benefit of it is that I don't have to worry about this business and this expense. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna have a pretty big monkey off my back, and I think I have 3 or 4 businesses now, and I'm starting to learn how stressful it is. So every day there's something that I have to do. There's really no time to watch TV. There's no time to link up with people. I have no time. I really don't. I feel like I would live a stress-free life. There'll be a lot less stress if I only had, you know, the 2 businesses or the 3 businesses to focus on. 4, that's kind of extreme. Even though this is turnkey, it's still a business where I need to depend on people, and depending on people can get very stressful, and that's something I don't want to do. So whatever happens, I feel like I'm okay with it. You know, I've come to terms, like, I didn't really get upset when COVID came, because what am I supposed to do? You know, I didn't stress about it for 1 minute, because there's absolutely nothing I could do. I got destroyed. COVID destroyed me. What am I gonna do? Still open the barbershop? I can't. There's nothing I can do. So I said, yo, if there's things I can't control, I don't hurt my head about it. You know what I mean? So I did everything I could, and the unexpected happened. And it is what it is. I didn't hurt my head about it, and I still don't hurt my head about it to this day. But moving forward, I need to protect my future. I need to make sure I make the right moves. And this is actually the first time where a business has failed. I will say that it was a loss. It wasn't even my fault, but again, who else is there to blame but me? Maybe I should have prepared for a pandemic. Maybe I should have opened up a business that was essential. I opened up the business saying, yo, everyone needs haircuts. Yeah, everyone needs haircuts, but you may not be allowed to get the haircut, which is the situation I'm in right now. So it is what it is. I know there's other businesses that are going through the same issue. I feel sorry for all the small businesses that just started, because you guys got killed. I can't even apply for the government grants because for me to get the money, I have to have a $50,000 payroll. I think it's $50,000 to $1 million. I don't have payroll because everyone that works here is a contractor. So I do not qualify for the government grant or the government benefit. If I did qualify for the government benefit, I'm not even gonna lie to you, I would use that money for another business. I would use it for Wavy merch, I'll get new brushes, because that's money that I can flip right now. I wouldn't take the government money and invest it in a business to just stay alive during the crisis. Because after the crisis is done, I still have to run the business and make money, and I'm still paying these bills. And on top of that, I owe the government money back now. So I never even planned on using the government rent to stay alive. I got killed, long story short, it was a learning experience. I don't regret it. This is a beautiful place. I learned so much, and I will open another barbershop in the future, but there's definitely gonna be some changes that I would make. I know the game differently, and I know what I need to do to make this even better, even more profitable and less stressful. It's not necessarily stressful, but I can make it better, and I know what I have to do. So this was a great experience. This may be the last time I shoot a video in here, man. You guys see the place, I love it. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you press the like button, post a comment down below of what you think. Subscribe, turn on notifications. Rest in peace, Wavy Cuts.